Again, hope you're good. What I'm going to do in this little video is I'm going to show you how to link to YouTube videos or to a website or whatever you might want to link to. And I'm also going to show you how to link to things in your asset store. So if you remember, your asset store is where you can upload PDFs, PowerPoints, Word documents, brochures, something you've done perhaps in Publisher. One little word of advice around Publisher: if you're using that, it's often a good thing to actually convert it to PDF before you upload it. If you're not sure how, send me an email or just Google it, how to do it. The reason is that we just don't want things moving. Sometimes they'll look great on your machine, but when we get them to assess them, they don't look so fantastic. Now that becomes really important in weeks 6 and 7, because when you read the assessment area of the LMS, it tells you in those weeks, students usually have great fun in week 6 and 7. You're required to produce an asset or a piece of work that demonstrates your learning. It can be a brochure, a poster, magazine article, really whatever you want to do. And we've had students do fantastic things in the past. I've had cartoons drawn and all sorts of amazing things. So what you need to do is you need to be able to upload that into your webfolio, and I'm going to show you how to do that now. So remember, we're going to go into the asset store. We're going to go into view assets. What we're going to do is find that webfolio that I've done, that I put together in the last couple of little short videos. We're going to edit it. Great, now you can see that we've got our pages in. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a new page, and I'm going to call this, so obviously when you're doing it, this will be called Interprofessional Workings. So this is week 4 and 5, the page for that. Interprofessional Working. And the same here. And then the description, you might want to call this week 4 and 5. Okay, now what I want to show you here is that as you're working up this section, you might find that, so what you're asked to do in week 4 and 5 is write a summary of what you've learned. Your summary needs to be fully referenced. You might have found a really good website that you want to include as part of that summary. So the first thing I'm going to show you is how to link to a website. So all we do is we're going to give ourselves a text area so we can do some typing. We might say something like, this is a fantastic website on interprofessional working. So what we do then is to be able to link to an external website. So I'm just going to open up Firefox at the moment. It's going to open a new window. So I think I'm trying to do too many things on my machine today. It's just having a little bit of a wheezy. It's okay, it's going to open now. Come on, this one, your window, great. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy. So imagine that this page is about interprofessional working and I want to link to this. I copy it. So of course you can copy by going edit, copy, and then paste. But you'll see there's little shortcut keys here. So on a Mac, the way I do it is Command C or Control C on a Windows machine. I'm going to just minimize that down, make sure that I do this right. Then what I'm going to do is highlight the text. That brings me up this little editing bar, and you can see this little web link. It's a little globe here. When I click on that, what I do is just paste in the web address of what I want to link to. So it's that La Trobe one. I just used Control V to do that, Command V on a Mac, Control V on a Windows machine. I tick that. Now you can see how it's now got a blue line under it, which is telling me that there's a link. So if I try and click on that, nothing happens. So what I've got to do is go up to this preview. And when I go up in preview, when I click on that now, you can see how it opens the La Trobe homepage. So you can link to anything that you would like to. Now, what I'm going to do is I'll do one more thing on this little video, is let's set up the next page. So again, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to editing. So that was that little pencil up there. I'm going to add another page. Whoops, no, I'm not. Hang on. What I'm going to do is I'm going to I want to delete that section. Okay, if you make a mistake like I just did, that's how you delete the section. I want to add a page. So what I'm going to do is add a text area to this page. I'm going to give the page a title. For this one, I'm going to talk about partnerships. Do the same thing here. This is sort of a dummy's guide. If I can do this, anyone can. So if you're frustrated with how slow I am, I'm sorry. Great, so you've got that in. So this is going to be your week 6 and 7 page. Now, remember with this page, if you look at the LMS, this is where you're going to develop up an asset. And what I would like to do with this, so if you're going to make a YouTube clip or something, you just use the same process that I showed you in the previous tab. That was you're linking to an outside. But say, for example, that you've done this great PowerPoint or a Word document or a brochure that you want to upload. I'm going to show you how to upload it and how to link it. This is how you'll link the work that you do in week 6 and 7. So what we do is, I'm just going to go click here to access my, I'm going to put up a PDF document, my PDF document on partnerships with clients. Yep, just want to make sure I've got that right. Great. Then what I'm going to do is highlight that. Now, instead of putting in a web link with this time, what I'm going to do is I'm going to link to something in my asset store. So I'm going to go to my asset store. Now you can see there's actually already a PDF in here. If you need to upload it from your machine, you just do it in the same way that I uploaded that photo. So upload, you can give it a title, PDF doc. I'm going to browse. I'm now into my computer. I'm going to choose the file, so it's a PDF. I'm going to go open. I'm going to go, I'm entitled to upload this. I'm going to go save and upload. Now that's uploading. You can see in the same way it did the photo, this PDF document now is sitting in my asset store. So to link to that PDF document, all I need to do, highlight the text, but there's this little square box here that says asset link. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click that and I'm going to choose that PDF document. I'm going to confirm that. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to save it. And then I'm going to preview it. So in Professional Working, there's a link to the website. The fourth one, there's a click here to access my PDF document. It's a big file, so what it's going to do is it's going to ask me to download it, which is fine because when we come to market, we'll just download it and look at it. And you can choose where you want it to download to, so I want it to download to my desktop. If they're smaller files, it was a really big file I attached there. If it's a smaller one, it doesn't ask you to download them. It actually opens it directly from the screen. So I hope that's clear. Okay, all right, I reckon that might do for that one. Please do post up messages on the discussion board. Tell me if I'm confusing you. Tell me if it's a waste of time, etc. Because I'm really here to help. That's what online subjects are about. They're not just about you working away online with no support. I log onto this site at least every day. If I'm somewhere in the world and won't log on for 24 hours, I will definitely let you know. So we need to get to know each other. This, you know, for some people, doing stuff online is much better than being in a tube group, because you know you can be a little bit sort of wherever you want in your own space in your own time, and you know, particularly for people who aren't really confident in speaking out, sometimes it works really well, but that relationship building between all of us is really important, so we get so we all have a great time in this subject. Hope this is helpful. What I'm going to do is I'll stop this video now. I'm going to record one more for you, and that is I'm going to show you, once you've got your webfolio organised, how you submit it. I hope that's okay. Cheers.